Ash Bros back. We're gonna have ourselves a fun Underdog Daily show today. Not a whole lot going on in the daily streets. A little bit of golf stuff going on. Only a 2-gamer for the After Dark MLB slate. The main slate is already filled for like daytime diamond time slot, but it was the main slate for the day. So let's deviate and go into the best ball streets. Let's do a little 7th inning stretch here. That thing's closing up shortly here. And we'll do one of those bad boys, and then we'll do something football related. I put BBM on the cover, but we could do kind of like whatever if the chat has other ideas. But I don't know. What do you think, Nez? Let's kick our feet back, have an old school a riffing and a drafting.
Yeah, let's do what we do, man. We just get right into these lobbies and shoot the shit and draft some Galaxy Brain teams. We've got the 7th inning stretch, and we'd be remiss if we didn't pump that a little bit. And it's halfway full, and this thing kicks off in 4 days. So, we are flirting with overlay, but you know the way people get, man. As soon as they think there's going to be a little bit of overlay, these lobbies just start pumping. And now we are getting very solidified as far as injuries and who we think will be available to play. So it becomes a much easier task to draft these teams right now.
Yeah, I mean, 2 things there. The only overlay we talk about on this program are HUDs and caddies. Now, my friend, there is no such thing as overlay on the platform of the people here. And the other one I would say is this is a dead-ass sprint contest because the playoffs overlap with the Dinger playoffs, which are not that far away, man. Like July 29th, I think it is that those start. So this is a 4-week sprint style contest. So it's very unique comparative to like how we think about like season long baseball in traditional senses. Like, man, some of these injured guys right now, I was saying to you just a second ago, like, is Mookie Betts just like flat out off the board right now? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's not on my board. I auto drafted him in a late night one. Felt really bad about it. It was an accident. I thought I removed him from my ranks in time, and then I ended up auto drafting him. It was on the sheep seats this past weekend, so that was a bummer. We got 3 more in here. I was gonna try to jump in to get another draft in, but we'll see if somebody can beat me to the punch. I'm gonna try to. All right, I'm getting in this. I gotta draft more teams, man. I'm not
get your numbers
I'm
up.
not done. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna take it in a little bit of a different direction there, but we got 2 more spots to fill here. Jump in here, $10 price point, 20K up top. Let's have a little fun, ripping some baseball drafts with the fellas. Draft in sports with the fellas, greater than sign.
That's the motto. I finally finished all of my slow drafts, thank God. I'm at 47 entries now, so we'll see if I can get that to like I don't know. It's gonna be tough to squeeze in 50 more to get to like 100, but maybe like a cool 75 would be nice. I'm gonna be doing as much as I can. Especially now, like I said, we've got some things more solidified as far as injuries and whatnot. I'm about to do my first big exposure refresh since my first 10.
Okay.
Excited to see who comes in at the top.
Okay,
go ahead.
Yeah, we gotta make this like a bit or a game out of it. Did you literally just do it right now?
Yeah, I'm just now seeing for the first time. I'm 47 in.
47 drafts in. I think your highest exposed outfielder is Jarren Duran.
No, I wish.
Ooh.
Only 7 Duran shares. I guess people have been sniping them from me.
Okay. I think you're gonna have a lot of Keller and a lot of Jarrett Jones because they're cheaper than Skeens is. So you weren't gonna fall for the Skeens knife. You were gonna go for the cheaper of the exposures.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong for sure. But Jones isn't like my highest drafted, but he is. He's up there, 27% Jones, and yeah, I'll save the percentage for.
Yeah, give me a clue on the infielder then, because I was trying to go position by position.
Just more than half.
Okay.
half my teams have Mitch Keller.
Oh, wow.
Dude, his
Okay.
ADP is like 130. It makes no sense.
So I nailed your highest exposed pitcher.
You did. Like
Okay.
with a bullet, it's Mitch Keller.
Okay. Your highest exposed infielder is Carlos Correa.
Oh, that's a good guess. I was kind of late on the Correa train. I am at 27%, but he's not my highest, but I have a lot. Like that there's no doubt about that.
I take Bobby Witt there. Nez has got the 105. I got the 107. We are going to be sniping the shit out of one another out here.
My highest exposed infielder is Joey Ortiz.
Okay.
Joey Ortiz is a last round pick, and he's good at the game.
Yeah.
Don't think people. We
talked about. Yeah, we talked about him a little bit yesterday on the daily slate there, where like he just, former top prospect who is doing a lot for across all categories, kind of thing.
Yep.
And he leads off against lefties, which is great. All right, let's take Jordan here. I mean, I just can never quit Jordan, and for good reason.
It makes sense. Outfield is still scarce, man. It's still scarce. Witt just holy Trey Turner. Witt just offers so much upside and raw points that I think he's worthy of being taken up here. But yeah, the outfield scarcity is so real in these contests. But there's a lot of back end ones that go late. You haven't yet hit my highest drafted outfielder.
Give me a clue. Give me a clue.
He plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to guess anymore. Which one is it?
It's Kutch.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's been leading off a lot. Last year, they did a little bit of shit where they did Connor Joe leading off and that sort of thing. They've kind of done away with that, and he has basically been hitting leadoff the majority of the time, especially against left-handed pitching.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot because they need him to play a lot because they don't have other sticks, and he leads off every day. He's one of their best hitters, and he goes super, super, super late in these, and he shouldn't because he's having a good season. And like
Never
you said,
changed.
leading off.
Never changed, Des. I got to pay some love for the chat. The usual suspects always showing out. We appreciate you, Blake. We got Nick in here. We got GA. We got Meatwad. We got Go Cards hanging out. Bill's dropping baseballs on us. Our guy Numi hanging out here. Cheese always coming in with the XO GMXO. We love the cheese. Every time Corey drops by with that one, man. Mitch capitalizing on your EV here by being in the draft in which you auto selected Mookie there.
Yeah, that was rough.
With the guys. Seth's hanging out, Brad's hanging out, Julian coming in here asking me when are we drafting Brandon Nimmo? The answer will be never, because I wanted Harrison Bader to be in the 2-hole yesterday. He ended up in the 9-hole because I am a fish. Copper prices stopping on through, and Dogman Chill, baby. Love to see it.
The gang's all here.
The gang is here. The gang does a 7th inning stretch.
I unfortunately have a huge bag of Mike Trout in these exposures, though. That and it's not cheap Mike Trout either. It's like 60s Mike Trout.
Yeah, so a little bit of a setback in recent memory. Timeline doesn't seem great for him. That team's not in contention right now. I'm getting worried for my dinger bags as well, with something that started off so well.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I don't know that we're going to see him for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Matt Olson. Wow, that feels like a tear break unless I want to do the Seager thing. Devers feels like one. I don't know. Corbin Carroll coming alive recently, but I imagine people have him at better price points than this. I will not be buying the Teo or Adolis. So let's take Matt Olson here. Not the greatest season in the world, but it's heating up in Atlanta.
Yeah, he's heating up too. And even when you remove Michael Harris and Acuna, obviously, from this team, still a really loaded lineup. And yeah, it's Matt Olson, man. Like they're just some guys that you can just rely on that are still just good players in isolation. And he's one of them. That's what makes this contest fun, is you get some really good players that are just like not having like good starts to the season that that are really good values.
Yeah. Yeah, Corey alluding to the fact that Adolis has been brutal. He's been awful since the first month of the season there, man. Like this is the regression that everybody talked about coming last year, and it didn't come. And he tore it up in the playoffs, and then we all bought back in, and then now it's hitting like a brick shithouse. Bobby needs 3 more for the BBM. 5 streets will be headed there after, but help him feel that one. Ryan Nelson just shed a tear for a strikeout. That's great. I love that so much. And Copper Price is asking about Whistler, man. Yeah, Whistler's one of the nicest places, man. One of the nicest places on earth. I'm not gonna lie. But it is yeah, we go 5+ times a year. We got access to a really nice cabin up there from Nikki's side of the family. So fortunate to go up there and get some snowboarding in and stuff. It's getting a little more touristy and really expensive now. But one of the best drives on planet Earth that you can do is from Vancouver to Whistler. It is gorgeous. You just ride a cliffside the whole way and you just look out over the Pacific Ocean the whole way as you climb and go elevation like this. It's gorgeous, man.
Damn, that sounds awesome.
Nez, did you do the main slate, or I keep calling it Daytime Diamond, but it wasn't Daytime Diamond. But did you do the main slate today? Did you get some entries?
Yes, I did. There? Yeah, I got 25 in. Right now, we are not winning money. Well, we're not profiting, I should say. Updating my teams. Got a lot of Yordan, a lot of Andy Pajes, 20% Judge, which I'm excited about. He is in. We just got that lineup a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, I did not do
playing center field.
I did not do a ton of Judge there, despite everything coming back negative.
Yeah, it was weird. You never knew if like he was going to maybe take that day off because it is a Thursday game. I was definitely a little more bearish, but I, for whatever reason, decided to take like the hoops angle and just like let's just get this Q tag Judge. So ended up drafting, like I said, 20% of him. So we'll see how that goes.
Sounds good. Copper talking to Costco travel there. Copper, hit me up, man, if you guys book that or you're planning on booking it and what time of year it is and that sort of stuff. I'll get you straight. I'll tell you a bunch of good stuff and places to go and what to do and good restaurants and whatnot.
How to get that Duran exposure up, man? I couldn't believe that I only had 7 shares of him because I felt like I was taking him a lot in my slows, but apparently not.
Yeah, I just the way you were talking about him yesterday, it made a guess for me that you'd be.
I want to have more. I want to have more. Surprised I don't.
This one's gonna be interesting for me. I feel like I want to get stack happy here, and just add. You know, it's a short sprint contest, and the playoff format's still the same as the Dinger, so I do think stacks are important in this one. Austin Riley coming alive a little bit. I think there's more. This might be a stupid statement. I think there's more correlation with Riley and Olsen and Atlanta going well than like Yordan and Jose and the Astros going well.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to ask you to expand on that.
I just
how is there more? You
just because they hit a Jason in the order every single day. Like it was just like one spot difference. And then and I think like the only way Atlanta makes a push here in the late going is those 2 bats heating up with the humid conditions in Atlanta. Whereas like the Astros, you could see it going a couple different ways, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, no. I agree. I think that if we were to attribute like an R-square value to that, you would probably see more on that than with the Astros. But I don't blame you for doing like you did. It was like 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other when you're talking about a Braves or a Astro stack. I have plenty of Altuve in the regular season tournament, so I probably would have passed as well. Not to pick on our boy Chad here, lit up, but Spencer Steer has kind of tailed off from that hot start and has maintained this really high price point.
Same with Ellie. The 2 of them both have done that, you know?
Yeah, I guess like, I made a joke, like I can't believe Ellie's still a first round pick and he's slipped now to the 1-2 turn.
Mhm.
Um, I guess I can sort of understand that because like the weekly upside for Ellie is like 101. You know, but the steer stuff, I'm not sure. I also at one point said that I was down on Yelich, and I've completely changed my tune on that too. The Brewers are a really good team, and they're really easy to stack. And Yelich is actually having a good season, so I apologize for
The
my slander of him.
the Brewers this year are kind of like Baltimore of 2 years ago, where you could kind of get late pieces to stack with them in the dinger, and everyone thought they were going to be awful and way worse than they ended up being.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna go ahead and take cover boy Luis Robert Jr. I think if he gets traded, it's plus EV. I think his price is still suppressed for the talent he is. I mean, he's still hitting under 200 and looks bad at times when he strikes out, but that lineup's coming together better than it has been all year recently. And he's my guy, man. The tool shed.
yeah. No, he seems like a pretty damn good pick right now. Just because of the fact that outfield obviously has the scarcity attributed to it, and he's a hell of a talent. So
Yeah, for sure. Sag's asking if I've ever seen Tony Yayo. Shout out G Unit, aka 50 Cent and the boys there. 50 Cent was here last weekend, and I imagine that's why Tony Yayo was here as well. The kickoff game for the BC Lions to start the CFL season, Nez, they sold out 60,000 seats because they had a 50 Cent concert to start the game.
what year was that?
That was last week.
You're shitting me.
No, man, dead ass. That was Thursday of last week, I think, or
In
Saturday night,
Vancouver?
rather. Yeah,
50 Cent's doing Vancouver concerts?
I guess so, man. Like he came in, he played like 5 or 6 bangers, and then they played a football game right after. A bunch of my buddies went and then came straight to Puck after. Didn't even stay for the rest of the football game. They just went to see 50.
I would love to have seen that. I wonder if he's a good performer.
I saw videos of it and like he seemed decent. Like I saw him years ago, so I can't give any credence to if he's good now. But the videos that I saw, he was rapping and he was singing, so that's more than you could say for a lot of guys who are still in the rap game at his age.
That's for sure. The funniest concert I've ever seen was Ja Rule, and
That'd be sick.
dude, he was good. He was a good
Yeah,
performer. Like, gotta give it up, man. Not a lot of these rappers these days. I still go to concerts. A lot of these rappers are not good performers.
Yeah, no, man. A lot of them are bad. I always fall on the sort of Travis Scott being awful.
Yeah.
The hat tip to those who are OG enough to be around for the early Pete streams of Ja Rule being on the club back in the day, guessing how many Fruit Loops, playing Lauden Thinks, guessing how many Fruit Loops are in a Fruit Loop box, and he guessed 100,000.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a really old throwback there. Oh man.
Oh my god.
Uh,
That's a hilarious guess.
I'm looking at the chat here though, but Sags, send me this video, please. Tag me on Twitter or send it in the DM, send it in the Discord, whatever you have access to. Send me that video because I would really like to see that because the Coca-Cola is a beautiful drive. It's the one that I told Nez that if he comes out here, we would take that drive. Manny Machado in the 5th round. Wow, that's he was just a victim of he was just like a victim of like not bad luck, I don't want to say, but like he was just like a victim of being injured for a bit here. Like if that lineup comes around, that ballpark's playing better for power this year because they changed the batter's eye in center field.
Oh, I did not know that. That's a good shout. I am waiting on him to heat up a little bit. His numbers right now are not great, but I like the way that this team is set up, and I think they are going to continue to make additions if they can. Oh yeah, Royce is long gone.
I missed that. I was like trying to be sneaky right now.
Yeah, I tried.
Bregman coming back around. Everyone's scared off Castillo right now. I'm gonna take the dip. I still believe in him. Still has a really good park. He's had a couple medium starts recently, and one of the starts got moved. I think he's probably getting knocked around for a couple runs right at this moment. But yeah,
This contest is so interesting because yes, there are guys that are mispriced and guys that are good picks, guys that are bad picks. But I tell you what, man, like at the end of the day, like you could really do whatever you want because we're talking about a 4-week regular season where people
Mhm.
advance. I mean, anything can happen in that 4 weeks. Like
Right.
it's it's gonna be so crazy variant.
Mhm. Yeah, no, couldn't agree with you more. Like the nature of these contests is it still is like that 2 week sprint at the end of 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, where it's like the sprint of those weeks is more than the entirety of the regular season in this contest, right? So
Yes,
like
it's
when you think
funny.
about it like that, so yeah. Chipsy wins the contest for the day. He copy pasted the description to the show because nobody ever reads it. Chipsy read it. Chipsy, send me your fucking information. I'm sending you a Badge Bros shirt on the house, buddy. Thank you for
Wow,
reading
even
the
I
thank
didn't
you for
know that that
reading
was
the
going on.
description. Thank you for reading the description, my friend.
Wow.
There you go. You know what? I think I got to send GA one as well because I think GA did the same thing 2 days ago and he copy pasted it when I was doing this. And I think I missed it. And when I looked back at the stream after, I think he did say something. Correct me if I'm wrong, GA. I know you're an honest man.
Give him a shirt.
Yeah. Got to get our guys clothed, you know?
Be careful with this Yamamoto at the top of the queue there. You don't want to get caught with a Yamamoto on your team.
No, why not?
Oh, he tore his rotator cuff or strained it.
Oh, I didn't see that. Thank you.
Yeah, no bueno, no bueno.
I did not see that. That's
Yeah, pretty unfortunate, man.
I was wondering why he hadn't pitched it in a little bit.
Yeah, these Dodgers, two like major injuries. I mean, Mookie's going to come back at some point. Not draftable for us. I don't think. But
Mhm.
Yoshi is yeah, that's a bummer. He's going to be out for a while.
This one feels like Stanton or Bregman here to do the stack. I think I'll
I
do the
would
Bregman stack.
Yeah, I would do Bregman.
Yeah.
He's been going better lately.
Do you think there's any chance the Astros trade Bregman if they're, 10 games out? Or there's still enough, you know, is there still enough time left in the season to right their previous wrongs?
Um yeah, that's a good question. I don't know that they will. I don't think they will. It just doesn't seem like they don't strike me as a team that would trade. Like Bregman is like he is like he was born to be an Astro and he's been there for so long that like it
Mhm.
would really shock it would shock me for sure if they ended up moving him. So I don't think they will. I'll plant a flag and have a take that I would say no.
All right. I respect
You
it.
think you think they'll end up doing it?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think yeah, I just think there's too much season left when the new trade deadline is now and without that waiver window. And I think they do reserve hope that they are going to sign him long term and keep this, Altuve, Jordan, Bregman combo together, even though it doesn't look like the best one to get invested in right now, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still 30. So I could see them like trying to do like I mean, these guys get paid a lot now. You know,
Oh my god,
even
yeah.
if they're old. Even if they're
Yeah.
old, like Altuve got paid. What if you could get Bregman like a 6-year 100 mil deal?
Seems too low.
Probably, right? He's seen I think maybe 20 a year is probably more his range.
He his skill set, though the power is like slightly down over the last like 2 years, I do think his skill set probably ages better than like Altuve.
Yeah,
He's a
I think
bit
so too.
he's a bit bigger, doesn't rely so much on the speed component. He's like, yeah, I don't know, pull side power. Altuve's pull side power too, though. It just maybe his stature is throwing me for a loop.
No, it is. It 100% is. Like Altuve is just such an anomaly. It doesn't seem like he should be good. It'll always be
Yeah, it
insane
always
to me.
break the models.
Yeah.
Julian saying that, yeah, well, yeah, this is why we're talking about it because Bregman is a free agent. Yeah, It's just he says they're pretty much committed to no extension after the Altuve and Hader. And I don't know. Maybe that's true. Maybe he's more in the know than we are. That I don't know. It's definitely a sign that they extended those guys before they extended him. But I don't necessarily think that means they're completely out unless they've explicitly stated that. And I haven't heard that. Okay, GA is a man of his word. Nobody reads it. Okay, and Blake, I would never dox Chip's location. I'll send gift cards to both GA and Chip there for being the guys who came in here and did the challenge. This is a good point from Dark Sheep though. They do still have to try and pay Tucker. That would be the bigger priority, especially on the age curve and the way he's performed.
Yeah, he would probably have to take a discount. Not Tucker, obviously.
Bregman, yeah.
Damn, where would he? I can't even. I have to brainstorm a little bit where he could potentially end up if he does end up leaving.
Who needs third base? That's a contending team. The Phillies. The Phillies would be insane.
Why does he feel like he's
Philly?
Philly? Well, they got Bohm. They love Bohmer.
Oh, that's true. My bad. I was thinking of Bryson Stott for some reason, and I was like, never mind. Yeah. Luis Heel, fast track to AL Rookie of the Year here. I guess. I'm a Logan Webb slappy.
Take Webb.
Take Webb over Heel?
Yeah, if you get it.
Okay. All right.
I worry about regression for Heel.
Mm-hmm.
And potential like innings monitoring because he has not thrown very many innings in his career, and he's getting up there.
That's a good shout. Unless they're fighting for the division and he's a necessity.
Yeah.
Like if that race comes down to the wire, yeah,
for sure. I feel like for Bregman, I could see the Rockies making a dumbass signing for Alex Bregman.
Like, yeah, just like doubling down on their Chris Bryant stuff.
Yeah, like let's bring Bregman in. I could totally see it.
For fantasy purposes, I wouldn't hate it. But yeah, I could
that'd
see
be
something
awesome.
Silly like that. Dogman Chill saying Dodgers as Muncy replacement. That one's pretty sharp there. I mean, I want to see Miguel Vargas like be a factor, but yeah.
That actually seems pretty plausible, but the Dodgers are just waiting for like the next Japanese free agent to sign.
Yeah. I wonder if they have any Japanese third baseman. Bubs. Okay.
I'm trying to get my good boys.
I got to get Mr. Good Boy out here.
There it is. In the chat. Get your good boys out. Arizona makes a deal for Suarez. Yeah. Suarez is not it. Murakami, is he a third baseman?
All right. That's a good boy. Special bowl.
He is the third baseman. Okay. 24. Back just in time, John. You're on the clock.
Oh, jeez. That's exactly what we need right now. Okay, we got two pitchers. Trout's staring us in the face there. As much as I love him, I don't think I can do it. Morel, man. Oh, those Morel bags I was so confident. JD Martinez coming alive. No real backstacks for him.
He's a great pick. I'm not going to lie.
All right, let's do JD Martinez then and see if we can, I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
It's okay if you don't stack them.
Vientos in the last round, something like that.
Yeah, Vientos goes late.
Yeah, Vientos might be a good one. Francisco Alvarez now back. We could do something like that with the late stack stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Throw Marte on there eventually.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what the JD Martinez deal was for this year?
I have it pulled up actually.
If it's a 1-year deal, man, he's going to be great trade bait right now for somebody.
He is, but like, I think the Mets look at their team and think that like we have a damn good lineup. Like, do they want to break it up? I wonder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the problem is that they might not have that choice if Pete Alonso walks after the summer, right? So, can you get ahead of it right now and just get out of JD, trade whatever, and accumulate some assets from contending teams? But they're not that far off, man. Like they were awful to start the year there. They're maybe not. They went on a hot stretch there, but they're 3 games below 500 now and 13 and a half back of the division.
Yeah, but
The
they're one game
Wild.
back in the wild card.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
NL wild card is a joke.
All right. Yeah, Robbie, who's a Mets fan, saying that they're competing and they might not wave the white flag. Julian saying something
Yeah, dude.
similar.
Their lineup is so good. They just need a little bit of help from pitching, and thought they had it in Christian Scott, but
Yeah, that's a good shout.
no,
Sean Manaea was cooking last night. He had a no through 6, I think.
Yeah, good for him. A little bit of bounce back. We saw it last year, obviously, a good season out of him, but I thought he was cooked for a minute.
All he had to do was cut his hair, man.
That's it.
That was the secret sauce.
Get rid of those locks, those luscious locks.
He had the coffee black look going for a while there. That's a deep cut reference. You know Coffee Black, Des?
Mm-mm.
From oh shit, now I can't remember the name of the movie. The Will Ferrell basketball movie.
Oh, Tropic Thunder?
No, Tropic Thunder. The team was called the Tropics. Tropic Thunder was the war movie.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Someone in the chat will hit us with it.
Oh my god. Why am I
They do an alley-oop.
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro. There it is. Nailed it. There you go.
Oh shit, I'm on the clock. You got me trying to remember movie names. I'm gonna miss my goddamn pick.
Oh, you're just distracted the shit out of everybody. Man, a lot of pitching at the top here when you don't have the custom ranks in.
Yeah, it's this is a good range for pitching, though, I will say.
Yeah, because I mean, I've scrolled a long ways here and I haven't seen any like bats that are like jumping off the page that I'm like, I need these bats.
Right. Yeah. It's when you get to this range, everybody feels very, very, very much the same and very much uninspiring as well.
Mm-hmm. Is the funny thing about pitching is it's like health is just so important. Like I see Zach Gallen's name here and I go like, he was SP 8 preseason kind of thing,
maybe
like
even
something like that.
Yeah, maybe even better than that.
And he just threw another sim game. Like, does it even warrant taking a swing on that? Like, is he that different on a weekly basis than like Grayson or Frammer or something like that?
Probably not. Like for the risk, like
Right.
like when you factor in the risk, no, like give me Grayson, give me Valdez, my boy Flaherty, like all those guys feel better.
Right. Yeah. Ezekiel Tovar there for you. You got my guy Tyler O'Neill, who's coming back to life a little bit recently. Mike Trout goes at 91. Those might have been auto picks though, because this guy went back to back ADP auto picks, I think.
Yeah, there's like one in every draft, and they just like soak up all the injuries for people, which like for better or worse.
You have Yamamoto too? Yeah, he has to have Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Aaron. Tovar not in the lineup today. He's really fallen off the last little bit here, but and still having a nice year.
Yeah, give me those doubles. That's all I care about.
Yeah, fair enough. What's up, T-Bear? Is Bo Bichette officially washed? Question mark. I don't know. I mean, he's not a good defender. He doesn't have big pop. He's a guy who always hit for high average, and as such was like high BABIP guy in Toronto, which is like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I've been fading Bichette forever.
Yeah, so. He's still young. That's the
He's
problem,
very young.
right? Yeah.
This is age 26 season.
It's crazy how that next core of like baseball succession players in him, Vlad, Kevin Biggio, like all that stuff that the Blue Jays did, and now the strength of their team is the pitching. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's bizarre, man.
Did you know I didn't know this. Maybe it's just like maybe I don't know ball after all, but I didn't know Varsho was a nepotism baby either. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did actually. Yes, I did know.
Yeah, I just saw that the other day because I think his dad played for the Pirates.
Mhm. Yeah, Pirates.
Gary
Yeah,
Varsho,
something.
right?
Yeah, I think so. Yes. I only know that because I've heard it on broadcasts and stuff, being exposed to watching more Toronto than most people would.
Yeah, he was a Cubby, a Pirate, a Reds, and a Philly.
Should I fall on the bow sword here?
Yeah, do it. Get him off the top of my queue.
I think I like Carlos Rodon. Let's double down. I like Carlos Rodon, man. I was a big proponent of his preseason. It's working out well for me in the dinger stuff. Let's add him onto this bad
He
boy.
kind of changes style up a little bit. You saw it last year. Like his K rate was way down. Results did not come with it though. But he's maintaining that low K rate, but getting actually some decent results this year to go along with it at least.
Yeah, for sure. And a couple weird starts in there where he had like no-nos through like 5 or 6 innings, and then he ends up giving like 3 or 4 up in like the third time through the order and stuff, where some of his numbers could have looked like better. This is just like a little bit of like playing the dailies and watching ball. But like a couple of those could have looked a lot better too. You know what I mean? Like I think he could have lower surface numbers right now.
Yeah, his like underlyings are all like saying that like yeah, this is warranted. I'm just gonna take Jared Jones. Who the fuck am I kidding? But no, it's Carlos Rodon, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna pitch deep. You know, if he can, he will. And I would probably say with the K rate being lower, he's probably more likely to go deeper because the pitch count's gonna probably be less inflated if that's the way
Yeah.
if that's his style.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Turning into like professional lefty opposed to high strikeout rate carbon copy of like Blake Snell wannabe kind of thing. He never had the walk problem, but you know what I mean.
Right. Pitch with the funny. I just saw this. That Dalton Varsho was born 9 months to the day after his dad retired.
Fuck yeah.
That's so funny.
Honey, I'm retired. We are absolutely having the sex tonight.
I swear, like 20 years from now, how can you even be a professional athlete if like your parents weren't professional athletes?
You don't have the lineage. Yeah. I mean, a lot of it is just you see it in football now. It's just like so metric based where it's like, you know, taught ability means less than just like raw athletic ability. And then, hey, if you have this hand size, this stature, this speed or whatever, we'll teach you how to play the game. Just fucking show up.
Yeah.
Just be like that,
Yeah. I feel
Ooh.
maybe basketball is like the one that's really gonna have a big nepotism influx. I could see.
Well, that's just because you can't play like literally
Right. That's what I mean.
what like 85% of the population can't play the sport? Like
you straight up cannot.
yeah,
You have no entry. There's just no way, no feasible way for you to make a team.
right. Like I get a kick out of it here, especially when I was working at one of the fitness facilities here maybe like 10 years ago during uni there. And it was like we'd run like summer sport camps and I primarily did like the hockey stuff, that sort of thing. And we have a large Asian population here. Like I'm talking outside of Vancouver in like a couple auxiliary pockets, 40, 50, 55% kind of deal, right? Just like a lot of Chinese money that is like moved here, right? And they obviously their favorite sports basketball because that's what is popular in China. That's what's popular because the NBA's, push to that. So they're teaching all these young Asian kids who want to play. Yeah, he's saying in Richmond, like, yeah, full-fledged like Asian contingency, right? And they're teaching their kids and like putting them in these like high expensive training camps for basketball from like age 5 to 15. And I'm like, man, these kids could be the best shooters in the history of the world, the best ball handlers ever, and they're never going to make the NBA, period. Like, because they're the stature, the gene pool is just not there, man. It's crazy. If they love the sport and they just want to play the sport, absolutely. But like, there's just like some genetics in certain sports where it's like teach your kid to play soccer or baseball or something that he can have like a legit chance at, like hockey. Like you can be undersized in hockey now. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
Just to
hilarious.
yeah, just to see it, man, like firsthand. And people are sinking like tons of money into like their kids, like high performance like athlete like schools and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like see the forest through the trees. Um, it would be playing the hits if I tried to do something Tampa related. I'm not gonna do it. I think I'm gonna take Pavetta or King here. Who do you like, Nez?
King's your guy, I thought. I like
Yeah,
Pavetta too,
King.
though.
Yeah, King's a little bit. I think I like both of them for the exact same reasons. Where I think the teams are like sneaky better than the community thinks they are, or their records suggest they are. They're not bad teams, but they're like kind of like mid-tier teams. And then I also like obviously Kings Park is better to pitch in, but that slowly becoming not the case this year. There's a couple big park shifts with that one and the Cleveland one. Cleveland's a big one we could talk about in a second. But yeah, I don't know. I just gravitate to those strikeout rate guys where it's like
Yeah.
I get a K floor from both these styles of pitchers here.
Yeah, it's definitely what I use as a tiebreaker for sure. Like I was between Justin Steele and Jose Barrios just now, and not that Steele is a high strikeout guy, but much better K rates than Barrios.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I ended up going with Steele on
Barrios
that
way
one.
down this year for whatever reason, and
Yeah,
he's got
good
reverse
results,
splits
but
all of a sudden too.
it's so weird. He's having a
Mhm.
good season though, like by ERA.
Yeah.
Last I checked.
Um. Yeah. This is a classic one. This is I had a coach who cut me from a junior team tell me, and he looks me dead in the eyes, and he just says, dude, honestly, like I know you're upset right now, and you want to be on this team and whatever. He's like, you and all these guys are gonna end up playing in the exact same place in 10 years together. Don't worry about it. And like, and I was pissed, man. I was like, yeah, I want to play junior A. I want to play like, like I want to be sick. I want to be nice. And sure enough, all the guys that like played in the dub, that played, whatever, they all just ended up playing a couple years college hockey after getting some free education and then playing beer league together. And it's so true. Nick's 100% on it there.
This is such a just looking at this draft board. Sorry to
Mhm.
pivot, but
No,
there's so
no.
much purple in this range. I mean, as
Yeah.
if you saw the queue, it makes sense, but it's very reminiscent of the running back meta for BBM.
Yo, really good comp. Really nice comp.
Just like the way that it
Um,
funnels.
I'm gonna do Josh Lowe, man.
Okay,
He
I
feels
think it's a nice high ceiling bet.
right. I mean, like he was one of the 2020 guys from last year. He's been on and off the IL twice already. He's healthy now. Give me Josh Lowe here. I
Yeah,
still believe in him.
yeah. I mean, if you can get that combo of power and stolen bases, it's very nice for a spike week, and we're pretty much doing 4 separate sprints.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Marte for the stack would have been a fine pick as well. Um yeah, this is an interesting one. Bobby Miller back obviously pitched at Coors.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Yeah. There's another high upside arm. Man, when you think about how much talent the Dodgers have that isn't even on the roster, it's crazy, dude.
They're so good. It's they're annoyingly good.
It's like, oh man. They're just like the organization, like top to bottom. Like I think of like a guy like Dustin May, like he could be starting for like a lot of different teams. I actually don't even know if he's still hurt right now. But like I just thinking of like names associated with the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, though, because they're so banged up, I mean, like their lineup isn't like fantastic, but they're getting so
No,
much
no,
good
yeah.
production out of Pages right now that it's he's doing a lot for them.
Yeah,
Um,
kind of what like Outman did for them for a little stretch last year.
yeah,
And
who he's like MIA, and he was a
right,
top 100 pick in the Dinger.
right. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm just thinking about okay, I'm looking right now. IL currently Walker Bueller, Tony Gonsolin, Max Muncy, Mookie Betts, Clayton Kershaw, who is kind of trending towards coming back here, was starting an assignment. Dustin May, Yamamoto. Um, yeah, man, it's just Michael Grove now, Brusdar Gatterall, Ryan Brazier, like just Joe Kelly as like guys that are legit talented big leaguers who are just all hurt.
Yeah, it's pretty dire right now, but they're still looking good in the playoff hunt at least. Still
Mm.
16 games over 500, which is
Oh yeah,
crazy. Just
yeah.
crazy. I went with Hassan Kim, man. I did not take a lot of him in my early drafts, but stacks with Machado and quietly improving his numbers his since the middle of May, which is a little over a
Mhm.
month. Walking more than he strikes out, 120 WRC plus. So he's heating up a little bit. I was sleeping on him a little bit. Decided to take a look at his numbers. Unfortunately, had to pass on Correa, who got sniped in order to do that. So maybe I would like to have that back in hindsight because love me some Correa for the brand, of course.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I like the shout on the Kim stuff. We thought he was overpriced in the Dinger streets, and now you're getting kind of like a more palatable price point, and he
Much power.
stacks with
Yeah.
your Machado there. It just makes sense.
What,
Marte goes, dang.
Bobby Miller or Lodolo?
Bobby Miller or Lodolo. Bobby Miller. Let's do Bobby Miller.
My mind was made up.
Lodolo. Okay.
I was
I
just
mean,
wanted to ask. My mind was made up.
Lodolo was like one of our favorite Dinger targets at the back
Dude, he
end, or
was
at least one of
free.
mine. Yeah, he was
He was
free.
free.
And the strikeouts are legit. I think it's just people are so scared of that park come like playoff time when it's not actual playoffs, but like contest playoff
Right.
time when it's a sprint, right?
Yeah.
I gotta start scrolling, man. This is crazy. I don't like any of these names.
I wish I had more Lodolo. I guess like the reasons we didn't was warranted just because of injury, concern and the return off that. But man, he looks damn good. Probably their best pitcher.
I'm gonna take Matt Chapman here.
Do it. Chapman's having a good year.
Yeah, he's having a nice year. He's working the opposite field a lot. I mean, like he's kind of bland and vanilla and boring. Just in terms of like he's not going to break the mold with a 40 home run season. He's not going to he's just kind of like a safe 250, 30, 28 home runs, something like that. And then a couple counting stats, but he's going to play every day. He's going to hit fourth.
Yep.
I don't love the park, obviously, but he's a guy that I didn't take much in the Dinger because I just thought it could go so wrong. But yeah, let me capitulate a little bit here and add a Matt Chapman.
Yeah, he's one where you do have to like consider the playing time and the spot in the order for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that lineup, has been decent recently. Although they really did give me the old "Hey, how are you?" bend over in the daily streets the last 3 days there because I played the shit out of Wrigley Wind games.
Get you every time, man. Never Wrigley.
Never
Add it to the
Wrigley.
list.
I like that. Yeah, I don't know what Young kind of scares me with like coming back from the wrist stuff. I don't know, but looks like he's coming back soon. Next week potentially is what I was reading. I think it was yesterday. There was one I wanted to hit on here. My guy Sag's talking about BC basketball here, and I posted the roster in the hoops thread yesterday of the Canadian team, and man, they just need a 5. Like they look really legit. Like they got some big name talent on there, And shout out to the Scrub brothers, baby. Grew up down the street from my cousins, like one neighborhood over. Like we're talking walking distance, and they're both on the roster. Now, if they make the team, I'm not sure. But a couple like 30-year-old vet kind of guys, a little leadership on the bench there.
That's such a tough last name to overcome to be an athlete.
The Scrubs.
Yeah, if your last name is Scrub and it's on your jersey and you're like, I mean, that's tough, man. That's a lot to overcome.
Yeah, they've done it successfully to play pro in Europe for multiple years now, so we'll give them the benefit of the
Hats
doubt.
off.
Yeah. Scherzer with a rehab assignment recently. It looks like he's scheduled to get back sooner rather than later. He was one of my favorite kind of like dinger clicks. Hopefully that comes to fruition. The Jung one's there if I want it. Jung, whatever. I always say that. Let's take Brian Wu. What do you think about that, Nez?
There you go. Do something for the brand. Why not?
Yeah, there we go.
I don't take Brian Wu, but
Wu.
You can.
He's been pitching really well, but he's obviously one of the biggest positive regression outliers around.
Let's look at these numbers here. Strong ERA.
Did I say
Very
positive?
strong.
I meant negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was breaking the molds early there. I think one of my stats when we did the daily contest was for the first 7 starts of a season, he was the lowest ERA in the history of the Mariners. So that's a good thing. But
I gotta make a pick here. Shout out to Aaron Kim or Aaron, whatever the hell, taking Kyle Bradish. Love that. All right, Jackson Merrill. Let's get more of this Padres stack going on.
All right.
I'm not sure if they play in Colorado, but that would be nice.
Merrill is so young, dude. Like it's crazy that like he's just going to be up all year, like gain this experience, and then just be a part of this team going forward.
Yeah,
I will answer your question for you, Nez. I have the playoff schedule in front of us here. San Diego, aka Slam Diego, has a bunch of off days in the first round, which isn't necessarily ideal. Versus Colorado, not at Colorado. But if you happen to get this team to the third round, aka the second round of the playoffs, you get 3 games at Colorado there. And then in the fourth round, San Francisco, Detroit, Tampa, and St. Louis. So not great, Bob, but you do get 1 Coors Series out of it that could be the guys you need.
Yeah, it's all about week 16, right? Isn't week 16 all that matters now?
That's what everybody says in the 7th inning stretch.
Julian Benny's a lefty killer.
I respect that. Hey, speaking of lefty killers, fucking Dylan Moore today, it was guaranteed tank. He just stepped up first inning, guaranteed tank.
Guaranteed.
They just bring him up to that second. Isn't it called guaranteed rate field too? Wow, that works on so many levels. Manny Machado was outfield eligible for a little bit in our daily contest as well because he was a DH. So when these got locked in, he had DH eligibility that outweighed his third base eligibility, so he got switched. So we saw that happen a couple times this year, just with the stat provider on the back end.
We'll take it.
Ryan Nelson, back-to-back starts of being professional ass pitcher there.
Speaking of D-backs aces, I'm about to take your boy here with my next pick.
Nice. No strikeouts his last time out, which was very abnormal. For whatever reason, I guess that was last night or the night before.
Yesterday.
But, yesterday.
Really, he made it like 6 and a third, and there were no
Ks.
Yeah. Wow.
And he's bizarre. He's a strikeout guy, man. He's a strikeout guy.
That totally threw off his ratios.
Mm-hmm. Really what's our timeline on Tristan Cassius looking like?
July. So you're gonna miss a lot of the regular season.
Okay. What day do we know when Noelvi's suspension is up?
No, but I would think soon. If
He's
these
eli-
very soon, because
I
it's
got
he
you.
was spending half the
I,
season, right?
I got you. He's eligible to return from suspension June 27th. Well, funny, this contest starts exactly then, right? June
Fourth.
24th. Let's take Noel V. Let's do it. Let's
What
start
is
scrolling, man.
what does he hit, left or right? I don't know much.
Right-handed. Right-handed.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be helpful for them.
Mm-hmm. They're very left-handed dominant, especially with their outfielders. And they got to do something about like Will Benson's 40% strikeout rate. Stuart Fairchild plus Jake Fraley like platoon right now. It's just I don't know.
I'm pretty sure if they make the postseason that Noelvi's ineligible, right?
Because of the suspension?
I'm almost positive if you get suspended for PEDs, like if you make the postseason, like you cannot play. Maybe I made that up.
Wow. I've never heard that before. I remember when Robbie Cano got his big one, and I guess maybe they just thought the Mariners would never make the playoffs anyway, so they just never talked about it. They're just like, those guys won't make the playoffs anyways. Fuck off. Who cares? We don't even have to talk about this.
Let me see if I can SCM my way.
Okay.
Let's see here. If they haven't been suspended for permanent. Yep, all players who have served a suspension for PEDs in a given season are ineligible for the postseason that year.
Very interesting. Wow. Maybe that like low key incentivizes them like not to play him a shit ton over some other guys. But
yeah, I don't know if that'll make a huge difference, but you would think if anything, it would maybe like, hey, let's get the group that's going to be there if we make it toward the end. But thankfully, this contest ends 2 weeks, I think, before the regular season ends. So I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, he's let me see. Yeah, I am a big fan of that as well. Before like the baseball silly season and full fledged, September call ups of just God knows who getting in the lineups. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I was looking at the Christian Encarnacion Strand one, but he shifted to the 60-day IL, which isn't great. There's some weird shit going on with him right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
Well, he's seeking like secondary opinions and stuff and doesn't trust the team
Never
doctors and like yeah. All right, Nez, I got a 6.54 going here. Pretty solid staff. Castillo, Webb, Framber Valdez. I was like gonna butcher the shit out of his name. I got through it yesterday, didn't get through it today. Carlos Rodon, King, and Wu. I think I could probably stop at 6, but a 7th wouldn't be crazy. Jeffers has fallen quite a bit here. Marsh. I'm gonna do Andrew Vaughn. I'm gonna take Andrew Vaughn.
Yeah, stacks with your boy Toolshed, right?
Yeah. Why didn't that click? I have clicked it 4 times. This
Oh
button.
no!
Oh, we got what the hell?
The back end, a back end angel saved you.
Holy! I'm gonna give it the refresh here. Something's not going on here.
Are you?
Let's see here.
Oh no! Are you RIP? I think
I don't
mine's
know.
up. I'm gonna do a refresh myself just to see. Yeah, mine's working. Interesting.
Okay. Maybe have I tried turning it off and then on again?
All right, 546 for me here. This might be Scherzer time. Obviously in need of some infielders. Let's do what I said I've been doing and take some Joey Ortiz here.
Okay.
I like it. Big time Joey Ortiz fan.
Damn, is anyone else in the chat experiencing this?
I mean, I'm not. I hit refresh too. There he goes. He's back.
All right. There we go.
Bailey Ober goes.
And it's clearly not an internet thing because we're still just like streaming fine.
Yeah, no, that was weird.
Corey, give me a little meta on this Cassis timeline here, please and thank you. Let's yeah. Hockey Hooligan saying he was having issues logging back in, and now he's back in. Okay, so maybe it wasn't
Weird.
just me for a second there. What's Ben got for us? Nick Gonzalez off the board.
Come on, dude. What are you doing?
Oh, buddy, I'm gonna beat you to it.
Could you mush it any harder?
Wow,
God.
Jack took touch on the end there, bro. I'm sorry.
I had 6 outfielders, so I was already capped.
Oh, okay.
6 pretty early.
Boy.
Yeah, damn it, man. Nick Gonzalez. He's gonna save the season.
Oh, it breaks my heart to see Eloy's name all the way down here. Jake Berger's name all the way down here. Matt Bierling, you could do worse.
Matt Bierling's nice. Hey, Eloy, by the way, he's gonna be back in like any day now.
White Sox are going to be so nice to stack in the dailies now, dude. Everybody's going to be throwing pitching against them, and I'm just going to come in here like Tommy Pham, Benintendi, Gavin Sheets. They're all outfielders too. Eloy.
Man, imagine them against like Ty Block in Coors Field.
Maybe let's like, shit, am I on the clock? No, you are on the clock. Milk the clock for a second for me, Nez.
Okay.
This is collusion. Don't do this at home. I'm kidding.
Oh, nice. Nick Gonzalez on the board. Let's go. Very thoughtful.
Damn, no Coors. Ooh, at Boston in the end there. At Boston, righties. Right. Okay. Little Eloy yanking a couple over the monster in the last week of the season there.
Ferda. I don't even know what that is.
Ferda is Ferda boys, like just
I had my context clues. I just needed to say that like I've never once in my life said that until
Ferda. You just had to get it out of your chest
until just now.
Snob it around, Ferda.
It might as well be a foreign language.
There's two things, Nez, that I can speak. I can speak Canadian puck, bro. Yeah. And I could I could just speak like entirely in like bullshit slang that would go over everybody's head about like anything sports related, I think. But there's definitely the bullshit puck, bro, that I can talk, and then talking poker, where I could just like, if you just ask me like, hey, tell me a hand history from yesterday's session, and it would just be like,
I'm not even going to ask you to open up that can of worms because you'll just isolate our entire audience and myself.
Oh, man.
As much as I'm curious, I really want to put you on the spot on that, but
maybe
not
later.
going to.
Ben giving us some meta here that Casas started light swings a week ago. It's interesting, man. I don't know if you've seen this. Like, Casas been with the team the whole time. Yeah. And he's kind of like a quirky dude. Like,
he's quirky.
Baseball or Dead have been talking about how he's like taking dry swings and timing stuff in the dugout and whatever. So yeah. Longest draft ever.
It is a pretty long one, but I mean it's 20 rounds, so it's sort of what you'd expect. I'm not sure when did we start this?
Probably like 3-4 minutes into the show, so it's already been an hour. I think we got like
crazy.
We got a couple clock milkers in here, and we got a bunch of non-badgers. I think it started when they weren't ready, so yeah. Picked Acuna in this 7th inning stretch.
What round did they do that? Because that's trouble. They might
fireable offense.
Yeah, they might be off the case.
Brad saying that Eloy's already on the rehab assignment there, and he's been taking them a lot. It's a perfect format for it. Fuck yeah. Love that. Yeah, Newfoundlanders have crazy accents. They are nuts, man. You literally can't even understand. Instead of saying side by side, they say side by each too. That's a fun one.
What is that?
Yeah, side by each.
They're just making shit up. No one. That's not a thing.
They also got this thing. It's like hard bread. Have you ever had? It's like I don't know.
Croutons? What?
You ever had
What
a
are they?
fucking Caesar salad, pal?
What are they doing over there? Hard.
Yeah, I don't
Is
know,
this
man.
like a
It's like
Is this like a Jacob thing? A Sanderson thing?
no. It's not that far. But it's like I don't know. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like stale bread, and it's like a low key like delicacy that they've perfected. It's weird.
Have you had it?
Yeah, I've had it before. Yeah.
Is it good?
No, of course not. It's hard bread.
Because like I'm thinking like a nice there's a difference between stale and like toasty.
Right. Yeah. This is like it's gone stale, and then they've done something to make it more stale.
What?
I don't know, man.
Is it like what size is it? Is it like
You can get in all sizes, but it's like most of them are like
like
it's
a
like
baguette or
handheld,
like a ciabatta?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
interesting.
Oh, we got some breaking NBA news from Ben in the chat there. Hit that in 1 second. All right. I don't know if this team needs a seventh infielder given, what we've set up here. But man, Tristan Cassius sitting here feels kind of nice.
Yeah, you might as well.
You know what? I'm gonna do the Atlanta stack. I had this one in my back pocket the whole time where I was like, Adam Duvall's gonna continue to hit like fifth or sixth, then you just pair him with that Olsen Riley stuff. And if Atlanta comes to life, they come to life in a big way. And yeah.
That's
I think
real sneaky.
I think he's a better hitter than Kelnick too. So
you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to continue this Padres stack, but maybe not with who you think.
Luis Campusano.
How about little Matt Waldron?
That is not who I thought. Dude, Matt Waldron he's been pretty nice, dude. Even in the game versus the Phillies last time out, and Bryce hits 2 home runs against him, he's still striking dudes out, man. This knuckleball is no joke. I thought he would be like a, leave it high, let it fly guy, and he has been dicing people up.
I'm bought in, man. I think Waldron might be kind of nice.
Yeah, he could 18th?
Be. I'm okay with it.
I got the comp for you. R.A. Dickey.
Yeah, okay. Did Dickey have like a decent fastball?
Yeah, and it's like he wasn't a full-fledged knuckleballer, but he was like a high percentage knuckleballer. But he worked off of the fastball with it. He worked off of some secondary stuff.
Yeah, he was a Blue Jay for a while, right?
And a Met.
Yeah.
Dude's got some fucking dark stories too, like some tragic upbringing, like
I knew he had some shit in his past.
Yeah, I think he's done like some like open documentaries and like talking about that and like helping people going forward. Man, this Jack G team on the 101 is some real ball knower shit here. DJ Hers. There you go. Been nice the couple starts out there, but like the Davis Sanchez one, and we were talking about the Heliot Ramos one. Like he's obviously a ball watcher and tapped into what's hot right now.
Dude, what trade was he involved in? How did he end up on the Nationals? 23, the Cubs made a trade. Was that a Jamer Candelario trade? Was Jamer ever a Cub?
Yes. Jamer Candelario. Yeah, you nailed it. 100%. Wow, Jordan Hicks still going.
Pull that out of my ass.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. You're on the clock though, too.
Yeah, let's make this pick.
JJ. Okay, so this was the basketball news. JJ Redick, officially the Lakers coach.
Oh wow. Oh dude. This is a panic. This is a panic.
I believe in you.
All right.
I believe in Steven Vogt.
This is not it.
Musgrove it in there.
Yeah, he's throwing. That's Pham is so good. Pham is such a good pick.
Yeah, especially when you got like the 2 White Sox thing. The real question is, do I want another pitcher on this staff? Because I've kind of allotted my draft capital evenly thus far. So it's like I don't really have any glaring holes. What's your meta construction wise been so far in these? Have you been doing 6 pitcher, 5 pitcher? What have you been doing?
6 and 7.
6 and 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here you go,
Uh,
Coach. Sorry, I cut you off. Coach Nez chiming in that there's a documentary called Knuckleball.
okay.
There you go.
Next time I come to Du Bois, we'll probably end up watching it.
Mhm. He's got no UCL. That's
Take that
crazy.
comment down. It's at the past life. I mean, it's just sad. That's sad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read more into the story, but like showing that comment and it's like, yeah, he's got no UCL. And then also
It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
I should have been a little more mindful of the other things in there.
No UCL. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, Cassis going this late. Yeah, that's a good
probably
one.
worth a mix in if you're building a portfolio.
Mhm.
Did you see last night? I don't know if you do. First off, let me start here before I even ask what I want to ask you. Have you been up to date? I mean, this is way old news, but like with like the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, were you at least like?
I was familiar that it was taking place, and I was
Okay.
familiar with the fact that they were like kind of like doing the rap battle bullshit back and forth. I did not hear any of it. I did not.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't hear the disc tracks, as the kids called it.
Did you see that? As the kid, I mean, that's just straight up what they were. Not a slang, just by definition, diss tracks. Last night, Kendrick did like a big show in LA, and it was like broadcasted on like Amazon Music and shit. It was
cool.
awesome, and he did one of the songs, like the most popular song. Performed it 5 times in a row.
Oh wow. That's the old you know what's in Paris
Yeah.
old move.
Friends,
the Jay-Z,
comrades in Paris.
yeah, neighbors in Paris. They those ones were they would play it like 27 times in a row on that Jay-Z and Kanye
Yeah,
tour.
I was at that tour in Pittsburgh. It was awesome.
Yeah, nice. I went to it here. What was it called?
I thought it was just like Watch the Throne tour.
Watch the Throne. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, they had like the LED cubes that they like. Man,
Mhm.
before Kanye lost his damn mind, that dude could put on a concert.
Yeah, I really liked seeing Kanye live. The one where he was on the floating stage. Saw that
I
one
didn't go to
too.
that one. That was that was like the beginning of the it was already the end for him.
Life of Pablo tour, whatever that one was.
Yep. Very cool idea from him, but he was already too far gone.
Ooh, Xander Bogaerts. That'd be a fun little add-on for you there. Estrada stands out to me, man. I just feel
you
like
love Tyro Estrada.
He just feels. I don't know. If I did the Giants thing, I think I want to add another Giant to it.
Whoa, this guy just picked. I wonder if he logged in for his last pick.
That happened the last 2 picks. The last 2 picks.
He probably woke up like, oh shit.
Yeah, it just pushed the plane because he took Rizzo, who just got moved to the 60-day IL.
So he made a pick and he made another bad pick.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of DeGrom with my last pick. I'm not going to do that here. I've got too much of that. I'm going to go Mason Wynn.
Okay. I respect it, man. He's been leading off. That team could come around. They're in contention now.
Got some speed to him.
Let's see. Where is? I was looking for Scherzer. Where did Scherzer end up going?
Probably to Aaron.
Well, I don't know. I think there's some interesting convo with the
AMAC took him in
there
the
you
3
go.
hole.
AMAC 16-190. That seems fair. I don't know. Like Scherzer coming back. They desperately need pitching for the Dodgers. Kershaw coming back. That one feels good. DeGrom is the scariest of the bunch because he's kind of like the furthest away, I think. But if he comes back, like, yeah, I don't know. That's good.
It is scary and probably like very limited upside, but different injury. You see
Mhm.
Garrett Cole, with like a very scary injury with his UCL, come back and throw 60 pitches yesterday.
Yeah.
Um, it might take a while for DeGrom, but I feel like if you can sneak DeGrom in and then maybe like it's thin, right? Like everything that I'm saying right now, uh,
Mhm.
it's thin, but
It's
in the
it's
20th
for
round,
this style contest, though. It's just, do you need more floor than that? But in the 20th round, does that do more ceiling wise for my team than like Estrada does? Yeah, probably.
yeah, you love Estrada and you got some Giants, so I guess it makes sense.
It's true. Yeah, Jeffrey Springs. That's another one. That's a good one. I was thinking through some other ones. Um, by the sounds of it, we got an Otani leadoff tank.
Oh, no way.
Dude just continues to rake the greatest player in Coors history. I saw a Jay Hay tweet this morning that was 774 career games for Otani, 774 hits.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
What are some of these like now that I think about that, like what's a normal ratio for games to hits?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea.
Like that's nuts.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
does seem nuts. All right, Nez, let's do it for the audio listeners, and then let's jump in BBM. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump in. Do you want to do BBM or do you want to do something different in terms of let's do BBM, right?
yeah. BBM will be the easiest to fill other than a puppy, but the puppies are lawless.
Okay. Lawless is funny for the bid equity there. We got 9 spots in BBM. Come join up. We got 180 of us still hanging out. Do us a favor, hit that like, that sub, that notification. If you're watching on Twitter, jump on over to the YouTube side. It's like one extra click in the bio. Please and thank you. All right, Nez. 677 for my second 7th inning stretch. We've done 2 on stream now. I got Castillo, Webb, Frammer, Rodon, King, Wu, Olson, Riley, Bregman, Chapman, Noelvi, Andravon, Estrada, Jordan, the Tool Shed, aka Lou Bob, aka LBJ, JD Martinez, Josh Lowe, not to be confused with Josh Lau, Eloy, Adam Duvall, Tommy Pham, some professional ass lefty killers at the bottom there. What do you think, Nez?
And this is the John team. Just full of lefty killers. That's all it
Yeah,
is. That's all you need.
it's true. True. I
So good.
hope there's a whole bunch of left-handed pitching in the finals.
That's amazing.
All right, Nez, let's hear yours, buddy.
All right. Let me you're gonna have to pull. Okay, there we go. Thank you. 776. Here's the staff: Jack Flaherty, Jared Jones, Justin Steele, Nick Lodolo, Brandon Fott, Matt Waldron, and Joe Musgrove. Those are some pitchers that I definitely like. From my infield here, I got to pull it up on my end now. My infield: Bobby Witt, O'Neill Cruz, Ezekiel Tovar, Ha-Sung Kim, Joey Ortiz, Nick Gonzalez, Mason Wynn. Those are definitely my guys. And then 6 outfielders: Teoscar Hernandez, Jaron Duran, Jazz Chisholm Jr., future Pirate, Manny Machado, Tyler O'Neill, and Jackson Merrill.
Why is Jazz Chisholm Jr. a future Pirate?
Because if they don't, I'm going to end my life.
KMS. No joking. No jokes, Nez.
Figuratively.
All right, we are back in the BBM streets here. GA, you're milking the clock, bro. We are back. I appreciate you if you were doing it for our sake, but I don't want you to auto pick. He goes for the CD Lamb at the 101, which gives us the opportunity to take CMC here. Do you want to take CMC, Nez?
Let's do something different. Yeah, no, kidding. Take CMC.
I think it's our first CMC on stream share, so this will be fun to work through here. This looks like a friends and family. We got Nick in here. We got GA in here. We got Ahmed Rosario, aka Julian, in here. We got Tilted Bob hanging out. Who's Stone Buck?
Yeah, show yourself.
Yeah, show yourself in the chat here because, yeah. Yes, GA, thank you. I appreciate that.
Maybe, did Coach Nez get a name change? Like, who is that?
Oh, here we go. We got Omega King in here as well in 3-hole there. There we go.
Sorry, I got some. My phone's on D&D. I'm catching up. My dad drafted another team, so he drafted with us.
Uh-huh.
Did he send me the same? He drafted. I don't know. He drafted another 4 QB team. I thought I taught him better than that.
He's going 12 rounds and then he's pushing the plane, baby. He's letting it cook. He's going, Mark, Hilo, I see what you're doing out here.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking raise the stakes on you.
Yeah.
You think 4 tight ends is good? Boom, 4 QBs, buddy.
You know,
ever heard of stacking?
You know what it is. And this is funny. He's okay, there's Stone Buck, by the way. Sean.
Oh, perfect.
Shout out Sean. He's a projection bro, and not the projections that you think, obviously. He loves the UD projections. He'll look at the teams after and like
see that his is in first. It's like the back in the day, like the Yahoo draft guide, where it was like you look after your draft with your buddies and you're like, fucking A+, buddy. Whoa, already won the league. Home league. You start
because you pumped running backs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you got 2 defenses. You ready to go, man? I got that fucking bye week covered.
Got your backup tight end.
Yeah.
God. I'm excited. I can't wait for home league season.
Sean. Okay, so Sean, you said was Stone here. This is interesting that he's saying he hates the 12 pick, and then he got a really nice pairing, in my estimation, there with the Garrett Wilson, Drake London. That's fun. I think a lot of people are feeling the same way, that they kind of hate the post Puka, post AJ Brown tier. Although AJ Brown went at 104 in this one, but like I think people just take Gibbs there because they feel like, oh man, I'm getting 2 second rounders now. This tier is like blah blah blah. So like they feel that way, and I mean maybe justifiably so. What do you think, Nez?
I like the 3 picks that went, like Wilson, London, and Nico. I like that a lot. That trio a lot. I'm really scared to fade Marvin Harrison because he is like one of the best wide receiver prospects that we've had in a while. So I'm not going to be like totally underweight him. I think what I'm shooting for, this is totally arbitrary, just made this up on the fly, like 6% Marvin Harrison.
Nailed it.
But Garrett Wilson, I think, is a fine pick because I am not afraid of Aaron Rodgers, and I love Nico Collins, and I love Drake London too. I'm willing to think that Drake London breaks out. I was in on Drake London last year. Obviously didn't like work out, but
almost won our guy Joka the dog bowl.
Yeah. Did you see what his wife made for him on Father's Day?
Yeah, that was very cool. But
that's fire.
Here, after this pick, tell the people.
Okay.
All right. We got Saquon there. We got Waddle here. We got Neighbors. We got. I think it feels like Waddle, but I'm open to hearing anything.
Do you want to? Yeah, Waddle does feel fine, but like I've been kind of thinking about like Neighbors being a grown ass man a little bit more lately too. Just being an absolute alpha in this wide receiver room filled with.
All right, you make
dogless Waddle. Okay. I'm a coward.
We got a buddy who we used to always call a coward, just like like tongue in cheek or whatever, and he's like a super nice guy, but we would always call him a coward like his father every single time, and then he'd be like, "Leave Jim out of this, leave Jim out of this," like every single time. It was so funny. Man, I don't know. 3rd round Saquon paired with CMC. We don't take Saquon. This might be a piss boy room, but dare we try it?
Yeah, try it. Try it. Let's live dangerously.
Kidding.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. I too will stay. Sir,
such
you
a
have
good Steve.
5.
I was watching those movies at like 8, so I did not understand.
Dude,
blackjack.
We got dead ass grounded, and my mom probably grounded my dad too because he took us with my uncle and like their kids when we were like I don't know, 7 or whatever to the theater to see the second one. And we
Yeah.
came back saying like all this stuff that like we
Talking
weren't
about
supposed to be saying.
mojo and shagging,
Oh,
like
yeah, exactly. We're talking about the penis pump and like this sort of thing. And my mom was like, oh my God. So like she just grounded us for like a week. And we're like, it was dad's idea.
throwing dad under the bus.
Oh man. This is funny. Hello, Rake, meet John. John Rake. That's good.
So let's say we haven't done anything crazy yet, right? Like we took Saquon in the third round, guys. Give us a
Mhm.
goddamn break here. This is okay.
Oh man. Ramondre got an extension. We're hearing in the chat here. That kind of
Like,
makes him a little more interesting in terms of job security,
it's
right?
literally going to like make him more expensive than BBM.
Yeah, Meatwad saying 4 by 36 with 17 guaranteed. Man, these poor running backs get fucking peanuts.
I know, it's crazy. Kevin has a good comment, and I do sort of agree. It's what I've been
Mhm,
like wrestling with, saying Waddle, he likes Waddle, loves Waddle actually, but
mhm.
doesn't want to take him over DK or Neighbors, who will definitely be the number one. It's definitely something that like I'm like thinking about a lot. I mean, obviously his target share is going to be enormous, so it's like kind of like indifferent when you compare like the target shares that Waddle
Mhm.
will get compared to these number one guys, but uh higher like archetype wise, it does feel wrong on
Yeah.
like when you think about it like that for sure.
Yeah, no, I've been a DK bull, so I can get on board with that. The neighbors one, I know Pete's got like a decent neighbors bet in terms of exposure and that sort of thing. Neighbors is just man, the quarterback play just scares me so much. But we've seen rookie wide receivers who are true alphas navigate their way through medium ass quarterback play, and we've seen it in recent memory too. So
Right.
yeah.
Coming around on Neighbors and Danny Dimes specifically.
Right.
Yeah, if he doesn't get hurt last season, like how bad do things get for the Giants, really? And
Yeah.
I hear there and the contract thing, as far as like getting guaranteed money, if he gets hurt and them not wanting to risk that, I think is valid.
Mhm.
I think my stance on that is like, does Dayball care about that? Does
Right.
that's like and
Does that
is he
factor
not?
into his decision making, or is someone telling him to make decisions because of that?
Yeah, will he make a suboptimal decision that will affect his job security in the future because it can save the team money? I am not totally convinced.
Mm.
And that we also and it's just like you just don't know, right? I mean, it's similar to the Grayson Rodriguez thesis, where of course, throwing in some baseball here. His
Mhm.
rookie season, where people were worried he's going to get shut down. Well, what happens if the team doesn't suck? Like
Right.
that now he's playing and he's good because the team doesn't suck. So,
Right. Mhm.
but it is tough at quarterback, right? You don't want to take that zero.
Um.
I don't know what's going on with Nick's draft. Does anybody else having issues?
Oh, he said his drafts are gone for some reason, so he's gonna get auto
Uh,
again.
all are mine. So are mine.
Uh oh. It's funny that this happened at different times for both of us. Okay, he dodged a bullet. He's back. I don't have my phone. I
That
actually have
was
no
weird. I
idea.
literally refreshed my active tab and they all went away, but they're back.
Hmm. Weird.
Okay.
Just a
Give me
momentary
one
lapse.
second. I need some Flonase. Shit is congested.
Bolognese.
I don't know what's going on, man. I never had allergy issues, and then all of a
Okay.
sudden it rained like hell in
Okay.
Texas. Oh yeah, I'll wait till we make these two picks.
Okay. Cool. Hertz goes there, so we don't have to make the decision. Bunch of running backs at the top. Um, I don't think. I mean, we could maybe do like tight end. Running back feels really bad. We're gonna have to push up a wide receiver, though. I think. Who do you
Do you
like?
want to do Keenan, or we can set up Hollywood and Mahomes and then just piss like crazy after?
Nah. Let's do the Keenan
Okay,
thing. Let's
okay.
deviate here.
Keenan feels when you're just desperate for wide receiver points. I feel very confident in Keenan Allen.
Yeah. Is there okay? So if we start with this CMC like Saquon start, right? Like we are going like all in on that front end. Does that mean like do you entertain the fact that this could be like a 4 running back team?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Just a matter of who those running backs are, but
Okay, so Reed and Pacheco go there. We got the Hollywood Brown one. We got the Ridley. We got the Xavier. We got Godwin or a
uh
tight end. I don't think we should take tight end though.
Ridley or Godwin, what do you think? Or Hollywood?
Let's take Ridley.
Okay.
Do it. Give
I,
ourselves some backdoor stacking options.
I'm taking a ton of Ridley.
Okay.
Okay. BRB very fast.
BRB it is. Okay, it'd be interesting to see if we can land this plane here because 2 running backs in the first 3 picks isn't something we normally do, especially once you take CMC. But like, you're instantly unique in quotations with something like this, especially when the Barkley fall comes, because you see the CMC pairing with Achan a decent amount, especially when there's a recreational drafter in the 101. Obviously, GA, a very schooled drafter in the 101 today. But like, yeah, just interesting to think through. Actually, I wanted to bring this up and talk about it with Nez here. I don't know if people saw the kind of trendy, buzzy topic of the morning here in our little circles. I retweeted it there. For people who are familiar with the show and been around a long time, Mark, aka Hilo, used to come on the program weekly during football season to talk through the individual slates. We would usually have him on a Friday there in tandem with 1 week season. That was, I guess, wow, maybe almost 2 years ago now. Thinking back on it, that's crazy to think that we've been doing this. But yeah, he did something what most people say is the rake and what most people say is crazy. And he did a 2-3-9-4 build here with yeah, Chipsy's saying he's killing it in the engagement farming game. Very interested to hear, like, he is definitely gal brain theory bro. He is a guy who has done a lot of game theory research, not only on his own, but also while he was part of the Navy. He did like online courses at like good universities about game theory. He might have jumped the shark here in just terms of like getting out ahead of his skis in giving the field too much credit. And this is like a better theoretical exercise than in actual practice. Maybe we're not giving credence to the fact that there are 3-4 dead lineups in every draft room that we go into, so we don't have to get this gal brain with it. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy to just see someone experimenting and trying outside the box stuff. Like, I'm just interested to hear his thoughts. I think we're going to do a pod together next week on the 1 week season thing there and do a little catch up. But yeah, it's crazy.
Talking about the high-low team.
Yeah, just talking about like Chip saying it's a funny engagement farm. But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm willing to hear anybody out on these things. I think it might be a little bit premature, but we were also guys who were talking about ones at the onesies 2 years ago. So who knows, right? Like it's probably a better theoretical exercise than absolute. But if you tell me that the average roster construction, let's just call it a 2-6-8-2 with some form of week 17 correlation that is mimicked by, what do you think, 50 to 60% of the field in the entirety of BBM. Actually, I think that one caveat that's important to note, that this would be BBM specific opposed to best ball specific. I think that's something very important to note.
Yeah.
But just like, let's say like, 50 to 60% of the population replicates that. Your EV on a given lineup that you draft, like you pay $25, it's probably worth like 21 to 22. If you're an expert drafter and you roll some ADP values in a really good room, maybe it's worth like 27. In terms of like EV for like his lineup, I mean, we're probably debating $2, right? Like, it's not like this lineup's worth $13. Oh shit, we're back up now. It's my bad. I kind of rambled.
Lad, I think, sets us up with Herbert.
Okay.
Or JSN.
Yeah, we haven't done Lad in a minute here. Let's do Lad. Let's do it, man. I like it.
He's somebody that I like 2 years ago, based on how I like to look at prospects and stuff, I probably would have a ton of, just because I love just like very strong technical route runners, and that is like what he is. Like he's that, but like I
And
care a lot about like production, but he didn't have great production. But he was a really good route runner and played for Georgia. Like it's not like he like came out of like, you know, uh, a small school, right? He's playing in
right.
the SEC. So
Yeah. Yeah, playing second fiddle to Brock Bowers is nothing to be ashamed of, right? Like it's like, you know.
mhm,
Um the other one thing that I'll just add to that, like you said, the route runner thing, I do think there is a misconception because he is a good route running white receiver that he's not fast. He's a burner, dude. Like he's actually fast too. So just for like people thinking about like, ah man, he's a slot guy or whatever, that's not who
mhm.
he is at all. We could set up some week 17 with Evan Ingram here. I don't think we should actually take tight end now that I think through it. JSN feels like a good dart to go with some week 17 with
Yeah,
Keenan Allen.
I won't make you take Deontay. Do
No,
JSN.
we can't. We can't do it. We got to shoot the moon after we punt a wide receiver pick in the third round. We got to shoot for some ceiling here.
Yeah, it makes the most sense, and it sets us up for a stack. We want to do some Geno stuff as well, of course.
Absolutely. Okay, give me 1 sec here, Ned. Sorry,
All right.
I was doing the happy dance in my chair here to get this coffee and water up.
Yeah, the high low team. I saw it, and obviously I thought it was a bad team, but definitely willing to hear him out because I do respect Ilo's thoughts on game theory and whatnot, and I do think that he is a sharp guy. Just I'm not going to fault or think differently about someone because they post a team that I think is bad. One thing that is like the when it comes to game theory and theorizing in best ball is like you can't be proven wrong. Like, oh, maybe this team sucked this time, but like if I had a million season long slates, like maybe there's one instance where this team cooks. Like you can't like that's always what you can fall back on, and it's not wrong technically, but because we only have 150 teams and because we only have so many slates, with probabilities, you're probably better off using a structure that gives you a better chance to win. I think that's what we're talking about and what doesn't get said, and maybe it doesn't deserve to get said, maybe it does, but you know, you'll always have that fallback like, it didn't work this time, but doesn't mean it can't.
Yeah, I mean, I just caught the tail end of that, but yes, yes, I like where your mindset is from what I heard. Yeah,
Yeah, it's basically what
I'm
we already talked about a little bit.
perfect. Yeah, there's a non-zero chance that that team makes the finals. Non-zero.
A true non-zero chance.
Yeah. Gotta follow the money with Ramondre. Took Ramondre there. This is interesting. Getting Ramondre in the mid 90s was nice 2 days ago when it was available, and now all of a sudden, like he's going to be a little bit of a steam candidate, I imagine.
With Ramondre,
Yeah.
I do think he's going to rise, man, especially because, and the main reason I think he will rise is like where he goes is like that clump of green. So
Right.
you're
Yeah.
looking for anything for somebody to
Yeah.
stick out. Well, here's a guy that just got paid. Let's take him.
Hmm.
I told Numi, by the way, about the blank active tab for
Okay.
those that are on the phone and experiencing it.
Nice. Good shouts. Direct line. Have we checked in on any MLB stuff? Is anyone breaking the slate just yet?
Ooh, let's see. Holy shit. Well, I mean, no, but like I say holy shit because second place has 81 points, first place has 104.
Hmm.
Mr. Big Shots has
Luke,
fucking Will Brennan. Give me a goddamn break, dude.
ask me how many times I drafted Will Brennan.
How many times you draft Will Brennan, John?
2 times.
Of
You
course
can
you
probably
did.
scroll and find a lineup there.
I
Dude,
don't
oh,
see ya.
that we didn't talk about it. We didn't talk about it. Cleveland, dude. So left-handed power is playing so much better in Cleveland because they took out a layer of seating in the top right corner of the ballpark, which was traditionally a pitcher friendly park. And then they opened up these vents. So they've created a wind tunnel through the stadium.
No
And the
shit.
wind, so the balls that get lifted to right field are carrying like an extra like 10, 15 feet. And people have been making like some YouTube videos on it to see like how it's going. It's better than
Wow.
Yankee Stadium to right field now.
To left field or right field?
To right field. Like the
Well,
short porch
I
in
thought
right
right-handed
field.
power was. I thought you said right-handed power. Because isn't Will
No,
Brennan a righty?
left-handed power. Left-handed power is playing better.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out my Josh Naylor shares.
Okay, we could take Brock Bowers here, maybe an end of a tier there. We could look to stack Caleb or do something funky at that. I don't think we need running back. We could do Tyler Lockett with JSN and play the hits. Which one do you like?
Probably Lockett or Bowers.
Which one?
Lockett. I'm a coward. I don't want to get like. Unfortunately, we made our bed. Kind of have to lay in it and just keep pissing.
Okay.
It's the only way that we can not get made fun of.
Okay, so we got 6 wide receivers now. Can we deviate yet, or should we take one more here? I'm not sure I love this range unless we want to take Joshua Palmer and set up the double stack.
Palmer sets up a stack pretty nicely. Keeps us. Yeah, let's do Palmer.
Yeah, the only other thing I'd entertain is Jaden Daniels on stack.
For sure.
You could also do Mostert and do like a mini Miami bet there with like Waddle and Mostert, and that would have solidified a 4 running back build.
Yeah, that would have definitely. That was sort of a luxury spot, or maybe luxury is not the right word. Like a wild card spot for sure.
Yeah. It's definitely not luxurious when we're dealing with Saquon and CMC. But what if they're the guys you need?
What if? That's the question, right?
What if? My highest scoring Will Brennan lineup is not even my highest scoring lineup, though. Doesn't really matter.
Let me see Will Brennan's stats this year. Why can't I even find them on Fangraphs?
My Will Brennan lineup. Seth Lugo just started, so maybe that's it. It had Jose Ramirez, who had 9. It had David Fry, who had 3. And then it has Yanir Diaz and Jose Altuve. That's my highest scoring Will Brennan lineup right now.
I got a team charging up. It's a FAM and Toolshed team with Ohtani and Lugo.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out.
Oh, yeah.
Here we come.
I didn't even look at scores or anything like that. Are the White Sox hitting the ball today?
It's 3-1.
All right.
And we still got the Yankees to play too, so watch out for those Judge teams.
Yep, good point there. Yeah, there's tons of time in this slate. There's a million things that could happen. But Will Brennan is a nice little leg up right now with that 34.1, but that game's over. So unless you have him just like exclusively paired with, I don't know. Who does he have it paired with? Seattle stuff like Dylan Moore or something?
No, it's a onslaught of Cleveland. It's probably it might not hold. I mean, it only has
0% chance. I'll say that right now. There's a 0% chance that lineup wins. Who's his pitcher? Is the pitcher already done and already has like 14 points or something?
10 points, Logan Allen.
Yeah, no, it's drawing dead.
Royce Lewis one off.
I guarantee it. I guarantee. No offense, Lukey Big Shots. This is like one of those Fugazi, it's a Wazi, it's a woozy leader in the clubhouse.
I know, but it always looks good and feels good whenever it's you.
I like being the trailing guy. I like being the trailing guy who's like losing $400 and then all of a sudden here we come, baby. Late night.
It is fun in baseball, right? And then I don't know about you. I get I have notifications on for the home run tracker. So like just see like a home run, just like and you know it's your guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, the reverse sweat is so much less fun to reverse sweat.
Mm. Yeah, it is. I mean, like when you're fading like an Otani walk, like
Oh man, I mean,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I already talked about my reverse
Yeah.
Otani fade. That's the worst possible position to be in.
Yeah, Julian's right. The trailing sweat is much better mentally. Absolutely. Get
Yeah,
anxious when
anything
you're
can
out
happen.
front. Yeah.
The world's your oyster.
Kevin saying that Swift scares him the most in the Ramondre plus Connor range there. ETR has Swift the highest, I think. I switched, or was it ETR or leg up? These are the leg up rankings in here right now, but I switched them this morning, and I
Mm.
think I was using the ETR ones before. And Swift has
Using
got like
other people's ranks. I don't know. Is that having other people tell you who to draft? That seems seems problematic, John.
man, you caught me. You caught me, dude.
That
Oh
seems
no.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to read the terms of service on that.
Nick saying my team blows.
Let's see how much it does.
Love that.
Stick
All right.
around, Bull.
Nick from the 105. He's got Chase Taylor, DJ Moore, Lamar Andrews. That's fun. And then mix in Ramondre, Cortland Sutton, James Conner, Brian Robinson. Yeah, you could probably use a wide receiver there, pal.
That's the best.
Okay, let's see what we got here in terms of ADP. Trevor Lawrence gives us a stack. That would be a fun one.
Whoa, we have a stack option.
We could also do the Justin Herbert one.
I fear we will have to take Herbert. Do you want to double tap Lawrence and Herbert? Wait, how does Lawrence stack? You're thinking of Calvin Ridley, aren't you?
Oh shit, I am thinking of Calvin Ridley.
Oh God.
Okay. We could take Gabe Davis too. All right, let's take Herbert.
That's fine.
Only a couple picks ahead of ADP on this side of the board. I mean, we could really push it to like 143, but we got a bunch of non-Badgers at this far side.
That's what I mean. You can't trust people, and like, it's if you think of it as like the next pick, it's a 10 pick reach when you're double stacking, like, and the team is dead if we don't get them. I think it's okay.
All right. Yeah, like people used to say like this team's not dead and like blah blah blah, like don't force the stacks and stuff, and I'm like man, we'd be
for what? For Jerry
dead.
Judy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like for fucking what?
Exactly. Well said, Nez. Feels like running back or tight end, and it feels like a better running back sweet spot than tight end. Gus Edwards also creates a super stack. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it creates like an onslaught thing.
I think
Corum gives us some
borderline
ceiling.
bad.
Okay. Give me
Corum, Chase Brown, Eckler, Zeke, I'm cool with.
Let's do Corum for the second draft in a row here.
Yeah, I feel like Gus Edwards, just the type of running back he is, and maybe, the Chargers do go off for 50, goddamn points, but when you're looking for single week upside, it just does not feel like it makes the most sense. If we were looking to advance, right, we're playing like, hey, the Chargers are just a much better team than people think, then I think it could make more sense. But, with week 17 in mind, I'm not sure.
Yep, entirely fair. Yeah, it's good for a season-long bet. It's bad for an isolated week would probably be the number one thing.
Yeah, yep, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'm changing my tune here. I'm a sloppy because it's a joint team. It's a joint team.
I think Corum makes sense for this team. I think because you don't need a lot of him, to start the season for advancing.
We got Saquon Barkley and CMC, buddy. You ever heard of him?
Ever heard of him?
Yeah, the game stack. Game stack. That's what I was going with. Game stack for the Lawrence one.
Nick takes Judy. Wait, can you go back to his team? I didn't catch all of those wide receivers. Not to put more of a spotlight on this dude.
All of them. I will tell you all of them right now. Chase, DJ, Sutton, and Judy.
Okay, where
11 rounds.
Burrow goes at pick? He goes to Buck. at pick 85. Did Buck have Higgins?
Yeah, he must have T. Higgins.
He
Nope.
doesn't. Dude,
Oh,
I
interesting.
have the worst time when I take Jamar Chase. I have yet to pair Burrow, I think, with Jamar Chase because he's like never there at ADP, let alone like after. Everybody's talking about these rooms where Joe Burrow fell to pick 100 to me. Can you believe it? Like, no, because that never
No, I
happens.
can't.
It never
I've never
happens
seen
to
it.
me.
No, I'm the guy who has to reach 80 spots for Jermaine Burton to stack with him, you know? He's gonna play 30% of snaps for the first 8 weeks.
Unbelievable, man.
Oh, all right.
GA's asking me a question.
What?
He wants to know about his Roman Wilson shares and on a scale of alive to dead, how dead are they? Well, it depends on where they were taken. I have all of my Roman Wilson shares are at terrible prices of like 140. I think now is a good time to buy the dip on Roman Wilson because I just don't think you should care a lot about what a beat reporter is not saying. That's what it's all about. Is beat reporters are not talking about him enough.
Okay. That's the
It's
FOMO. I was gonna ask what the FOMO was.
yeah, it's the Steeler standard, man. These beat reporters, they never like they don't think like us. They're not like goo goo gaga over rookies, especially a rookie of like Roman Wilson, right? I mean, he's not a physical specimen or anything like that.
Mhm.
I'm not waving the white flag on Roman Wilson this season. I still think that everything I thought about him coming out of the draft, which is that he's, decent route runner, comes from a big school. Just give it time, man.
All right. Not ready to wave the white flag on slow news day camp buzz. Lack of camp buzz.
Yeah, I'm not gonna care about that. It's June.
All right.
Because
I respect.
like just think about that. Because he's not getting talked about by Mark Kaboli, like we're not drafting him.
Who the hell's Mark Kaboli?
My sworn enemy. Any stack options here? Tennessee, Chargers, Seattle. Damn.
I think we got to think about a tight end here, Nez, and I think we got to take Musgrove or Hawk. What do you like?
Musgrove. Joe Musgrove.
Joe Musgrove it in there.
Chubb this late is an option.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but it feels weird. I think it turns our 4 running back idea into a 3 running back idea. Or I mean into a 5 running back idea.
Okay.
Which is fine. I mean, if that's what you want to do. Because the other thing is like, where are we going to
Hulk is a run back. Can you click tight end for us? Hunter Henry's a run back.
I'm good with that. Let's do the Hunter Henry thing.
Okay. And then we can still do a third because,
Oh, for sure. We're going to do a third on this team.
Just a matter of if people take my favorites.
Like Musgrave and Henry, like, yeah, we're going to need a third. We're probably going to have 3 QBs too. Like, this feels like a 6 at the onesies team. Geno being one of the quarterbacks with the double Seattle thing. Chicago run back already. Yeah. All right. It's not the greatest team in the world, but it's got legs.
I mean, it's a little weak at the onesies, but I think when Justin Herbert, it's just like you can just really use your imagination, right? Like
that's true. Yeah.
And just really, it's easy to talk yourself into like Justin Herbert outperforming because he's Justin Herbert and he goes so late.
Right. 100%. The Rockies got 1 hit right now. That's not great for your boy.
Who's on the mound? Stone?
Yeah, Stone.
Go figure.
1 hitter with 4 Ks right now.
Dude's the man. No, yeah, I played for the rake back today. I was like, I have a terrible feel on today's slate, but it's $10 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where do you get your ideas? Let me earn some gladiator. That was my goal.
I respect that goal. Let's see here.
Someone was asking earlier about 7th inning dinger advance rates. I'm at 23% for the dinger, 35 out of 150. It's mainly been my average, I guess, if I had to take an average week over week, probably around 35. And then only 4 out of 20 in the perfect game. So that's below average because a third of the teams advance out of that.
I got this many.
In the perfect game?
This is dinger.
Oh. Wait, what's your winnings?
200.
Okay, so that's 20 out of 92. That's a good ratio.
It's not bad.
That's 22%.
22%. Perfect game in dead last. We got a 12th place perfect game. This is the team
let's
we got
check
to look
this
at.
out. Oh, okay. Snell, Bobby Mill.
Yeah, Snell, Grayson, Bobby Mill, Chris Bassett, Evaldi, Wu, Sears. I bet you this
all
is the
injured
one where
team.
Dude, yeah, this is probably the one where you told me to take Dylan Cruz on it.
I told you to take Dylan Cruz for a perfect game that
we streamed. I'll never forget it.
Let's be clear, that is not why this team's in last.
Vlad, Trey, Machado, Xander, Paredes. Oh, it's an Acuna team too. Yeah, this is all injured team. But it's got Ton in there.
And look, no Dylan Cruz.
Yeah.
Let's check the advancing team. Let's check that one.
Yeah, if that one has Dylan Cruz on it, that'd be
laugh
epic.
my ass off. Jewish McCaffrey's in this draft. Oh, buddy.
Give me Dylan Cruz.
Shit.
No.
Hunter Renfroe actually putting up points, more points than freaking Yoshida.
That's right, buddy.
Unbelievable.
Got my boy Jake Cronenworth on that one.
Oh, not a big stellar pick. Not.
Oh, look at this pitching staff.
Holy shit.
You kidding me? Nobody wanted Chris Sale as their 6th pitcher. Bunch of fish, Des. They say we're mushing the games. They say there's no edge out here. Look at these fucking
teams. Saying that? They're saying that about us?
They're saying it. Oh, man. How many scramble returns entries? What do you got for golf going on, Nez?
I have 3 in the scrambles returns. Nothing is winning substantial money. Because well, actually, no, I'm good. So I think Benny On withdrew from this event that's going on right now. 2 out of 3.
I think you're mistaken, Nez. I think Benny Hans is where you get Chinese food.
Can we end the show? What the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. The least controversial John statement. Yeah, Benny On withdrew from Travelers Championship. That's fantastic. 2 out of 3.
He's your highest owned player
in the scramble. Well, I have 3 out of 3: Straka, Hoagie, and Jaegerbomb. But yeah, and then I have a Benny On in the Albatross, but Albatross doesn't care about Travelers.
I think we should do the Geno one here because we got that double going on, and then we'll make another decision.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good to me.
We're gonna take a tight end that is not on the screen right now.
All right. Sounds good to me. Then we probably want to look at the running back position next then. That being said, we could also do Will Levis with Calvin Ridley and make this a 3-quarterback team.
Yeah, not a bad idea. I was gonna say we could probably take a. I was thinking maybe next turn take a QB.
Okay,
but Will Levis is a nice stack. Yeah, Braylon or Tracy. For me,
I think just with the camp news and stuff for Braylon versus Tracy doesn't feel like it's that close anymore.
Nope, I totally agree. This next round, I mean, I don't want to speak. I don't even want to talk about my targets because they're gonna be gone.
All right. Okay, sounds good to me. We got 3 more picks. So I think one's going to be a quarterback, one's going to be a tight end, and the last one is probably up for debate, but I think it should be a running back just given the fact that we kind of like missed that tier, but it might just be a 0, so maybe we stick with 4.
I think we should stick with 4. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. All right.
Like, just I think we
I'm
should just
cool with it.
embrace the fragility, and the fall on Barkley, and just say, this is a great year for Barkley. It's one of the best offenses he's ever played on, and we I think we should. I think this is a very wish castful team, and we should just
Yep.
lean into it.
I'm gonna type my dream next 2 picks to you and see if it comes back.
Yeah. I think we're there's no doubt we're gonna have very similar. I mean, yes, and then I'll also throw one of these out there as well. Should we just do the rest of the show via private chat and just ignore the audience?
Makes great television. Great television. I can't believe you've never been to Benihana though.
I have been. God. Stop. Just stop.
Little Japanese steakhouse, maybe. We got back-to-back dinger reports in the chat here. Coors Field is heating up. We got a Freeman one, and we got a
Oscar?
No, a Will Smith tank. Will Smith was my highest projecting player on the slate today. I'm not gonna lie. He was projecting higher than Ohtani for me today. Bizarre.
What?
Yeah.
That is bizarre. You need let me fix up your sheet. Holy shit. I've got some pick'ems rolling, and I need McMahon to go higher 7.5 fantasy points. Not looking good right now. Not looking good.
Who McMahon and who? Just McMahon?
Just McMahon on this one, and then I would cash it. It was a Caitlin Clark higher 0.5 points freebie. I had Tovar in here, but Tovar didn't start, so that's going to get voided. Right. But it's for $50, and then another $50 play with a Tatis special because I lose so much in pick'ems. They gave me a freebie there. My LBJ higher 7 fantasy points hit. Teoscar higher 10 fantasy points hit. And I have Gunner again, running back the Gunner play with a 7.5 fantasy points. And then I took a spicy, only 1.25x, I think, but a spicy Bryce Terang higher 1.5 total bases in San Diego. He is facing a
probably leading off.
Probably leading off, right. He's facing a right-hander.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't look at the Milwaukee game.
Oh yeah, Major. This rookie, this dude's ass.
Oh, okay. I mean, he was okay his first start, but that was
like a 7 ERA. I don't care.
Yeah,
that's all I care about. Earned run average and batting average, dude. What are you doing for me?
Yeah, that's fair. Nick takes one of our tight end targets, but one of the other options is still on the board here. Let's see what ends up happening.
Yeah, dude. So what pick is that? The numbers are kind of small for me. 188. Is that what that is?
188 for Johnny.
My opinion is Jonnu ends up at pick 170 like very soon.
All right.
And same with our other target.
Just because the overarching offense and the coach speaks stuff and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I just think he's a good tight end, and he's in a really good situation.
I say we take Levis first, and I'll tell you why after. You're not convinced?
I don't know what other players GA has on his team, but
that's what I was looking. He's already got 2 tight ends. He only has 1 quarterback, and I don't want him to do like a double tap like Levis and Chig. So I think he's going to do Conklin and Rogers. Oh, he does Danny Dimes instead.
You just dodged a bullet, man. I thought for sure that was Chig.
No, I was taking away Levis to give him Rogers plus Conklin. That was my thought process.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we did have an out at Fant, I guess, if we missed on Chig, but yeah, this is
Sure
Chig
did.
Okonkwo.
And we also have another out that nobody's talking about is Hayden Hurst too. If we wanted to like triple down on the Chargers stuff,
Yeah, no one is
took
talking about that.
mhm, took him in a 101 Dalmatian last night.
Nice.
I did a backdoor Justin Herbert stack where I missed Lad, but then landed the plane a bit later with yeah.
Did you do QJ or how'd you
Yeah,
land that bad boy?
QJ Chark Hurst. Not
Yeah,
bad.
Chark's always there in the 18th if you have Herbert.
Jono is the new Jawan, some are saying. That's kind of a good line right there. Because they were
Yep.
going in that same range of the draft. It was like everybody's favorite target for a little bit. Wow, T-Bear's saying the Dodgers just put up 12. And just
Oh,
like that, Nez, I
wait, what?
promise.
He's so full of, what is he talking about?
Oh, he's calling a 12 spot? Oh.
Dodgers, yeah, he must be calling that because like they have 5 runs.
Yeah.
It's 5-0.
Nick saying his plane is crashed and burning, but lots of rookies, so it's fun. That's pretty good. Meatwad said no plane has ever landed if it's got QJ on the roster. Entirely fair point.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I totally understand. But what if he's like a little bit better?
Mm-hmm.
Does that matter?
Yeah, probably. Probably matters a little bit. Like, I'm not ready to write off a guy this early, man.
He had high draft capital, even though he did have a lot of red flags. But high draft capital only been 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Coach that he was playing with got fired. You never know.
I got a comp.
Ooh, let's hear it. I'm excited for this.
Shades of Corey Davis. Corey Davis vibes. Smaller school, high draft capital, medium wide receiver class that year. He gets steamed up. Obviously, Corey Davis got steamed up higher, but like, goes to a spot where it's like he's going to have every opportunity in the world and he falls flat on his face with every opportunity in the world, but puts up usable weeks in like years 2, 3, 4, and then he signs a big deal somewhere else and is gone forever.
Yeah, QJ from that small school that made it to the national championship game. Is that what you're talking about? That small school?
Small. Well, I mean, it's like they're, like TCU's not a powerhouse, but like, yeah.
I just had to laugh at you there. That was funny.
Smaller school, I believe my phrasing was. But yeah, that's fair. They did make a natty. This is interesting. I don't know the screen name, but it must be one in the PGA streets. What is this?
Sterling.
Alex Sterling without the E.
I've never seen that name.
11 teams in the scramble returns. Interesting. Very, very. Yeah, basically a community college there. If you're not Power 5, get them. I mean, they are now, right? I think so.
They're in the last year of the Big 12.
Yeah, last year of it, I think. Something like that.
Did you see that they want to NCAA is thinking about adding sponsors to the naming of their conferences? So it'd be like the T-Mobile Pac-12, for example.
I mean, like everything's just like I'm such an old school hardo with that, but it's like I don't know. They're just.
I think everybody can agree that that's dog shit.
Right? Yeah, they're just trying to chisel every single bucket, every single turn,
yes,
and then we get up in arms about it, and then they just do it anyways, and then it's just like okay, and then we just live with it, and we still call it the Pac-12 and whatever. Yeah, I know what you mean though, but I used to feel the same way about like the jerseys and in the MLB. It was like now we got sponsors. Like when they put the Nike logo on the jersey 3 years ago, I was like, this is a travesty. What are we doing? And then now all of a sudden they all got arm patches with sponsorship on it. And it's just like the trickle down effects of like the money makes the decisions.
Yep.
Shit, Nez, we talked ourselves back to our own pick here. 4 running backs we're comfortable with.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's look at the wide receivers.
Tyler Boyd double stack. Too easy.
Let's go. Pittsburgh zone.
All right, let's do it. Many are saying he crossed your ass up for 37 points in his senior year. Is that true?
He didn't even. He wasn't even their best player.
Oh, okay, buddy.
He did hit a very crucial 3, but he wasn't even their best player.
Hey, there's your Gunner double, Nez. Julian checking in from the chat there, so you could tick that box off.
Well, isn't that only 6 points, or is that 8 points?
Doubles is 6 points.
Not there yet.
But if he scores 8. A run, then it's 2 more. Or if he steals a bag, it's 4 more.
Come on, Gunner.
Gunner, do your thing. It's early, man. It's first inning.
You're right. You're right. I'm going to calm down. I'm calm.
Lead off double against Luis Heel. That's about as good as you can ask for.
I'm calm.
Does this kid understand range outcomes? The Tostitos SEC. There you go.
Yeah,
Fiesta Bowl every week. Okay, let's see here. Where did that team go? Best Ball Mania 5. Nez, you're gonna have to start drafting some of these on your account. We'll do that.
I'm more than willing.
Well, I'm aware. We just when I'm driving the ship, I just click buttons and then we forget. And then
you're right.
All right. This is June 20th. Mr. Goodboy is now under the desk. You are too big to be there, buddy. All right, Nez. We did something very unconventional. This is not our standard thing. Maybe inspired by Mark and his engagement farming today. A 3-4-8-3. Wow, that is so gross to say out loud. Let's do it. Justin Herbert, Geno Smith, Will Levis, CMC, Saquon Barkley, Blake Corum, Braylon Allen, Waddle, Keenan Allen, Ridley, Ladd, JSN, Lockett, Palmer, Boyd, Musgrave, Henry, Chig. What do you think, dude?
Call me crazy. I don't hate it. Call me crazy. I like it. Call me crazy. I think I love this team.
I will call you crazy.
I think I love it, dude.
I think it's a fun structural deviation from what we normally do. I think it was a very fun thing to try with a contrarian start like CMC plus Barkley. I think maybe I would have felt more comfortable if we had taken another running back before the Corum Allen kind of like tiers, and we got like maybe Mostert would have been the perfect fit there instead of when we took Palmer, I guess, or Lockett, whichever one of those two picks there. Maybe if we do dare to run it back with a structure out like this, that we spend one more pick on higher capital running back, because it is putting the fragile in hyper fragile.
No doubt. But BBM's hard to win.
It's true.
So
it is true.
Just
make it harder with builds like this.
But just think about if we hit. But what if? Think about this. What if? I don't even want to do the what ifs, because like the unfortunate thing, like we need unfortunate things to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna wish cast what needs. We all know what needs to happen for this team to do well. This team is okay. No offense to Mark. This is not high-low adjacent, guys. He did 3 running backs with fucking Zach Moss and Jonathan Brooks. Okay, this is Saquon Barkley. Remember him? Former 102. Ask your daddy about him. Your daddy was taking Saquon Barkley in the first round not too long ago.
There you go. I respect it. He's going to go in the first round of your home leagues too. And you guys will remember what real football looks like with standard scoring and where touchdowns matter.
You're the only one that still plays a standard scoring league.
Oh my God, not by choice. God, just can't get out of it with these fish. As David says, we're all going to lose anyways. Right?
Gunnar Henderson scores.
Hey! 8 fantasy points. Congratulations.
Bryce Terang. It's all
up to you. If I could offer you right now, Bryce Terang sits, or Bryce Terang bats 8th? Which would you take right now?
Life.
Which would you take?
Since I'll take the money.
Yeah,
I'll take the
take the money and
money.
run, baby. Oh, all right. Fun team there. A 3-4-8-3. Don't try this at home, but I don't know. Maybe do try this at home. That was a pretty good one. I think we did it in a very intelligent manner there, Ness. So I do think it turned out good for the structural limitations we placed upon ourselves. All right, everybody. This is like 2+ hours now. We did 2 basketball style drafts, 2 different sports. I had one more thing to say. Oh, it was Beastburf in the chat there. Shout out. I think he had top 5 or something last night in the NBA. So we're at NBA, MLB. I'm all over the place now. There you go. And if you're not playing on Underdog Fantasy, use promo code MLB at sign up there. 50% match deposit up to 500 USD. First time go around. That's 10 BBM5 entries on the house, man. 250 clean ones in your pocket. Sports with the guys, greater than sign. We will be back tomorrow. Yes, do us a favor. Run good. Rick saying hit the like button. Yes, goes a long way for us. I hate to belabor these like trivial little things because I know you guys are all strong, independent thinkers of your own, but I need to so that we can keep coming back. I mean, keep making Underdog daily again. That's what the people are saying. That is
yes. And also one more plug. If you guys aren't following us on Twitter, also give us a follow there. We do need to be better. I mean, you guys are all very loyal and very supportive of us, but we do have to, just in case there's somebody out there that isn't following us on Twitter, at RotoRun, at Nez Takes as well, so that way you can, see all of our intelligible thoughts as well.
Intelligible indeed. Oh man. All right. On behalf of Nez, myself, and one of the greatest restaurants on planet Earth, Benihana, sponsoring the show today. This is everybody's favorite time of the show. We'll be back tomorrow behind the paywall. Everybody's favorite time of the show. The end. Peace.